Isn't it fascinating how the simplest sensations, the ones you might have overlooked, they can hold the greatest wisdom? A scratch, a breath, a heartbeat, and for a moment you realise it isn't just about scratching, it's about something deeper, something more profound. Because when you scratch, what happens? You stop thinking, you stop analysing, you feel, you return. And isn't it interesting how returning to a body feels like coming home? And if coming home feels so good, isn't that a sign you've been away for far too long? And if that's true, if you've been disconnected, what else have you missed? How much wisdom, how much power, how much truth has been waiting for you, right here, in the space between your thoughts? And you might begin to wonder, when did you start leaving? Was it the stress, the trauma, the exhaustion? Was it the way the world told you to be, to think, to control? And isn't it interesting how the very rules you created to keep yourself safe became the walls that trapped you? But what happens when you realise those walls were never real? That the limits that you believed in, they were nothing more than illusions. And when you see through the illusion, when you recognise the trick, the spell is broken. And isn't it freeing to know you're no longer bound by those rules? That you don't have to check out, daydream, or shut down anymore. That right here, right now, you can wake up. That you are waking up. And maybe you've already noticed how different things feel now. The way your body hums with awareness. The way your mind slows and sharpens all at once. Because when the heart mind, body mind, and cognitive mind align, something incredible happens. Everything clicks, everything flows, and when you flow, life flows with you. And you might ask yourself, if I'm not my old limits, if I'm not my old beliefs, then what am I? And isn't it exciting to realise you get to decide? Because people don't remember what you say. They remember your energy. They remember how you make them feel. And now as you step into this new way of being, you radiate something undeniable. When you think about that, or maybe feel it instead, isn't it interesting how the more you let go, the further you go? And I wonder, what will you notice next? Because as you take a moment now, noticing the way your body feels, isn't it interesting how something as simple as scratching, just that moment of pure sensation, it can pull you back. Back from the racing thoughts, back from the mind's endless chatter, back into something real, something true. And maybe, just maybe, this has nothing to do with scratching at all. Maybe this is about returning to the body, returning to presence, returning to yourself. And as you notice that now, as you feel that shift, isn't it fascinating how the more you listen, the more alive you become? Because for so long, you've been running from the noise, from the pressure, from the weight of expectations, both yours and theirs. And yet, as you ran, something was always calling you back. A whisper, a nudge, a sensation just beneath the surface, waiting to be heard. And isn't it strange how easy it is to forget the most important thing? To your body, the very thing carrying you to the world. It's not your enemy, but your ally, your greatest friend, your most loyal guide. When you ignore it, you ignore yourself. But when you listen, really listen, everything changes. Because what happens when the heart mind, body mind, and cognitive mind come into alignment? What happens when they begin to work together as they're always meant to? You've felt it before, haven't you? Those rare effortless moments when everything just flows. When your performance, your thinking, your presence, your creativity, your entire life feels enhanced, expanded, limitless. And if you've felt it before, doesn't that mean you can feel it again? And isn't it fascinating how the more you slow down, the more you actually gain? How the more you stop trying to control, the more powerful you become. Because every rule you imposed on yourself, every belief that told you what you couldn't do, was never truly yours. And you might begin to wonder now, When did I decide those limits were real? Who taught me to shut down, to check out, to daydream my way through life, instead of fully living it? And what if, just what if, that was never my truth at all? Because right now, something new is happening. Right now, those old walls, those old restrictions, those old stories, they're crumbling. And in their place, freedom, expansion, a new way of being. Because what if speaking your truth isn't dangerous? What if expressing your emotions is safe? What if the more you open, the more you connect? And the more you connect, the more powerful you become. And people, they don't remember what you say, do they? They remember your energy. They remember how you make them feel. And now in this moment, you radiate something different, something undeniable. Because the more you let go, the further you go. The less you try to force, the more naturally everything just falls into place. When you think about it now, or even if you don't, isn't it interesting how everything is already shifting? And I wonder, what will you start to notice next?